When something is dirty, your first instinct is to clean it, right? You wash your dishes daily, your laundry and house weekly. But what about your roof? Have you noticed black streaks and just ignored them thinking they'll go away? Well, there are some important reasons to pay much closer attention to those marks. I have George Gilliland with Columbus Roof Clean here to explain. So hi, George.
Hi, how you doing?
So I know that we have all seen those streaks on the roof. You say it's not dirt. So what is it?
It's not dirt. It's actually a bacteria spore. So as you said, it's not going to just go away and wash itself off with rain. It's a bacteria airborne spore that lands on the shingles, and then it actually colonies and turns into algae colonies and mold spores on the surface of the roof.
So what kind of impact is that going to have on the shingles?
Well, what it does, and what I always say is asphalt shingles are designed to shed water and not hold water. So when the bacteria is there, if you look at the roofs after it's rained, you'll see the dark stained areas will stay wet. That wetness causes the algae blooms to start, and then actually algae blooms, when they get when they get aggressive, they actually are just like a sponge setting on the surface of the roof. So as we're getting into the time of year now where we're going to have rain more frequently and dew in the morning, and then unfortunately winter with the snow and ice, it's going to keep a long wet process on the surface of the shingles, which causes the shingles to rot out prematurely.
Yeah, because we notice that cleaning it actually improves the appearance. That's the first thing you notice. But you say the result really is so much more than that.
Yeah, it's the immediate aesthetics, and that's a lot of time. And some people do research firsthand, but again, the long-term effect, the average roof in the Columbus area should have about a 30-year life expectancy if it's installed correctly. The problem with the algae colonies is when these roofs start staining at about year number 7, 10 to 12, somewhere in that area. Once the algae gets on there, a lot of times the roofs will fail year number 15, 18, somewhere in that area. So you lose, maybe 25 to 30% of the life of your roof if you leave it on there and don't get it, attended to.
And that means you're spending money a lot quicker than you wanted to.
Spending money a lot quicker than you wanted to, and I kind of joke about this, but in 30 years of the roofing business, I've never had someone say, you know what, I woke up this morning, I decided I was going to buy a new roof for the house.
Sure.
I mean, if it's keeping the water out and it's functioning and doing what it's supposed to do, we don't want to go out and spend thousands of dollars on new roof systems.
So let's talk about this time of year. Is this a good time to get this process done?
Any time of year where the weather's permitting is a good time to do it. The manufacturers, and we always recommend as soon as you see it, get it taken care of, because it is a bacteria spore. So the longer it's on the roof, the more aggressive it becomes and the more damage it does to the shingles. And again, as we're getting into the more damp months and the shorter days of the day where we're going to get less sun, it's just more aggressive. And then again, once the snow lays on the roof, sometimes we have snow on the roofs for days, weeks at a time.
Sure.
And it's just kind of like it just embeds it into there. It can't dry out at all.
Now, you have been in the roofing business a long time. So when you go up there and you look at somebody's roof, you can easily tell if it's just dirty, can I do my process here, or do we need to do something more, right?
Correct. Well, I mean, we do an inspection of the roof to make sure everything's in order before we propose anything, but we're there to do what needs to be done. If we can clean the roofs, and most people call us, and we're usually looking at roofs that are about 8, 10, 12 years old. That's when we're. And at that point, if the roof was installed correctly, we can clean it and you're good to go. But sometimes people wait too long, or maybe it was a bad installation, and then sometimes you have to replace it. But more times than not, we can just clean it and everybody goes on about their business.
And when you say clean it, are these environmentally safe products? Can people be around in the yard afterwards?
Absolutely. We don't use bleach and chlorine, and there's some different people that are trying to get in the business that are using just all kinds of products. And I always say bleach is not the clean-all, cure-all of everything. So everything we use is environmentally friendly. It's a very localized application. So once we get done, it's usually a one-day process. We get everything washed down, rinsed down. You can go out and do whatever you would do on any other normal day.
And you guys have great reviews. If you want to check yourself out, or someone saying, hey, Angie's List, Better Business Bureau, what are they going to read?
I encourage you to check anywhere and everywhere you can. It's going to be A+ ratings and great reviews everywhere. We have builders and realtors and things that are just constantly sending us stuff over and over and over again. So
that's great. And you have a good deal for us today. So what are you offering?
Just mention Daytime and we'll receive 20% off of any service that we offer.
All right. Remember, mention Daytime for that discount. Your information, phone number, website up on screen. So thanks for being here, George.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.